Instagram, Facebook, or more recently Threads, the love and acceptance that we've received from countries around the world make me believe that we're part of a truly global movement, one with connections at the core of it all. Today, we connect over half the world. To be specific, over 3.8 billion monthly active users across our family of apps. These are highly engaged people around the world who are actively conversing, who are sharing, who are watching, who are seeking, who are experimenting, and of course, shopping. By the way, this necklace that I'm wearing today is from Runaway Nagaland. It's a collective of women from Nagaland who make really exquisite handmade jewelry. And this is a brand that I discovered on Instagram and that I absolutely love. In fact, pretty much everything that I'm wearing today has either been bought or discovered on Instagram and WhatsApp. And I'm really proud to be able to stand here in front of you today and show to all of you and say that. Now, all our apps hold a really special place in India. WhatsApp specifically is at the heart of every connection and every conversation. Just the other day, I met a childhood friend for lunch, and I hadn't seen her in over a decade. It was a long time. But it felt like we had we'd just met yesterday. The laughter flowed as freely as the food and the drinks. And when we were heading home, we said, let's not wait another decade to stay in touch. And we made a promise that we'd stay connected. And she asked me to WhatsApp her the next time I'm in Mumbai. So actually, I should do that. I am in Mumbai now. But it was in that moment that I realized how much all of us have accepted WhatsApp as a verb and how it's found its way into the Indian lexicon. But the tale isn't limited to her or me alone. Since I've come back to India, and it's been 17 years that I've been away, I've been really amazed by how universal WhatsApp is in our country. It's used by nearly every smartphone-wielding person in the country. And WhatsApp has found an energy that's unprecedented. From being a favorite app for personal connections, all of us keeping in touch with each other, it's now a thriving platform even for business interactions. Indians are using WhatsApp to debut businesses, to discover businesses, and to interact with businesses. And most Indians pick messaging as a preferred way to communicate with a business. People increasingly seek connections with businesses that are conversational, that are instant, and that are in real time. They want to engage with businesses with their favorite messaging apps. So for us, it's no surprise that WhatsApp is at the heart of this really massive transformation that we're all witnessing. Last year, with the launch of the WhatsApp Cloud API, we opened the doors for businesses of all sizes to harness the power of WhatsApp. We now have 200 million WhatsApp business app users every month across the globe that rely on WhatsApp to grow and to thrive. And a large number of those businesses are from right here in India. The ubiquity and the ease of WhatsApp places it at the center of India's transformation, fueling compelling ideas and new models of growth. Let me give you some examples. Whether it's Bangaloreans who buy close to 500,000 metro train tickets through WhatsApp every month, or a Tier 2 resident that's WhatsApping Bharat Gas to place cooking gas cylinder orders. And just for the record, messages for booking these cooking gas cylinder orders are not trivial. They're close to 150,000 a day, and 94% of them are booked via WhatsApp. And here's what's really unique about these conversations. Bharat Gas tells us that almost half of them are not in English. Let me give you another example. One of India's leading life insurance companies, Bajaj Allianz, has started to use WhatsApp as a customer service platform. And guess what? It fields close to 350 enquiries an hour. 350. I know what all of you are thinking. doesn't feel like a huge number. But since I'm a banker at heart, I used to be a banker a long time ago, let's crunch the data. A back-of-the-envelope calculation, using a simulated tool, shows that a business would have to roughly hire close to 50 people who'd have to be on call non-stop for 8 hours a day, handling and closing calls in 20 seconds to be able to keep up with these number of customer queries. And we all know calls don't get closed in 20 seconds. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is the power and scale of WhatsApp and how it can help transform businesses. And this opportunity transcends sectors, size of business, and of geographies. Be it a solopreneur selling, cakes in Bandra or a tile dealer in Vadodara. In the WhatsApp realm, these entrepreneurial dreams converge, geographical distances dissolve, and aspirations, they find wings to soar. For these entrepreneurs, many of you who are in the room today, WhatsApp is their business. It's their website, it's their digital storefront, and it's their livelihood. And we are so deeply inspired by their ambition. And our commitment to their success is unwavering, and which is why we've committed to upskilling and digitally training 10 million traders in 29 states across the length and breadth of our country and in 11 Indian languages across a period of 3 years. Now, I know there are many businesses which are yet to embrace the magic of messaging. And to them, I say, let the numbers tell the tale. You don't have to take my word for it. As the saying goes, we've got the receipts. According to industry reports, as we look to welcome nearly 400 million Indians to the world of online shopping by 2025, the potential of this opportunity will continue to only skyrocket. We're already seeing the beginnings of this with our partnership with JioMart. To conclude, WhatsApp will continue to empower businesses to transcend barriers of reach, language, and scale. Second, Indian businesses will be able to recalibrate new possibilities and rescript deeper, more meaningful relationships with their customers. And finally, underpinning it all, business messaging will provide businesses with this expanded canvas to craft the success story. And now, let me take you back to the rest of the conversation. Today, we are pleased to present a series of new tools that are poised to enhance the messaging experience for people and for businesses, rendering it even more simple, even more intuitive, and even more immersive. But before we begin, a very special guest who's dropped by and wants to say hello.
Hello, Mumbai. We're excited to be here with you today. This is our second annual Conversations Conference and the first one that we're hosting in person. I am particularly excited to be hosting this year's event in India, a country that's at the forefront of a lot of what we're going to talk about today. You're leading the world in terms of how people and businesses have embraced messaging as a better way to get things done. We have a great lineup of speakers for you today, and I wanted to drop in myself to talk a bit about why messaging is such a big opportunity for businesses, big and small, and something that we're so focused on here as a company. At Meta, we run the world's most popular messaging platforms, from WhatsApp to Messenger to Instagram DMs. Billions of people and millions of businesses use these services every day to connect. We approach our messaging products the same way that we always build at Meta, by looking out for trends and how people are using our apps, then giving more tools to push the boundaries of what's possible. Now, this is how we've continued to innovate with our messaging formats, our group chats and broadcast channels. And it's the same focus that we're bringing to how we support businesses, creating simple to use and easy to scale tools so they can connect with their customers in meaningful ways. All right, today, I'm excited to announce some new features that I think will be game-changing for businesses and really useful for people. The first is something that we call WhatsApp Flows. This gives businesses the ability to create customized experiences right within chat threads. So, for example, a bank can build a way for customers to book an appointment to open a new account. A food delivery service can build a way to place any order from any of their partner restaurants. Or an airline can build a way to check in for a flight and pick up a seat, all without having to leave the chat thread. There are a lot of possibilities here, and businesses can easily leverage the building blocks that we've created to build their own unique experiences. Now, for customers, this will be much faster and more convenient than having to jump between apps or websites. And to make it even easier to do business within a WhatsApp chat, we're also expanding the ways that people can pay for things within a chat thread. Now, as you know, we've launched our own payment solution in Brazil and Singapore. And today, I am excited to announce that we are bringing this service to India. With payments in India, we're going to support other payment methods as well, including all UPI apps. This is going to make it even easier for people to pay Indian businesses within a WhatsApp chat using whatever method they prefer. We're also bringing Meta Verified to businesses using WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook, and letting people know that the businesses that they're messaging with are validated and authentic. Businesses that subscribe are going to get a verified badge, account support, impersonation protection, and additional features that will help people find them more easily. So for WhatsApp, this includes premium features like a custom web page and increased multi-device support. Now, we've been hearing from a lot of businesses that they're very eager to build more credibility and get greater visibility. So I'm excited to start rolling out Meta Verified in the coming months, and we're going to continue to evolve what's included in the toolkit to make sure that we're bringing the best value to businesses. We have a number of other updates that we're going to share with you today. So I'm going to hand it over to Sandhya to walk us through the rest of the day. Thanks again for joining us today, and I hope you're excited for what's to come.
Thank you, Mark, and such an exciting slate of announcements. I hope you're all as excited as we are about what Meta is building. In the meanwhile, let's see how all of this comes to life with businesses everywhere. Is that okay?
Zishta revives arts and crafts from the place of origination going on for several generations. We are into traditional cookware, serveware and home decor. We engage with customers on multiple platforms, but then for better engagement, continuity of personal conversations, we shifted to WhatsApp Business application.
Uma loja de turbantes e acessórios inspirados na cultura africana em Capão Redondo, São Paulo, Brasil. Daí eu pensei, se minhas clientes estão todas no WhatsApp, é lá que eu também tenho que estar. Atualmente, 80% dos pedidos são feitos por meio do WhatsApp Business App. Agora, o WhatsApp Business me ajudou a criar uma relação mais pessoal com minhas clientes.
Actually started as a mindfulness blog, and we realized what really speaks mindfulness to us is tea. So we started a tea company. I'd say we get messages from our community members all the time. They found us maybe on Facebook. They're like, I just thought I was getting a cup of tea in the mail every month. And what I found was actually a family.
गुल्लूज़ फूड आउटलेट की शुरुआत मैंने अगस्त 2019 में करी थी। मैंने तो व्हाट्सएप बिजनेस नंबर सोशल मीडिया से भी जोड़ दिया। वहां से कस्टमर व्हाट्सएप बटन पे डायरेक्ट क्लिक करके हमें कांटेक्ट करने लगे। व्हाट्सएप बिजनेस से जुड़ने के बाद हमें 10 से 20 ऑर्डर यहीं से आते हैं।
Artisans handled Milena Mohan, handloom products, home decor items, aro, tribal jewelry san banai. Social media platform de Mohan WhatsApp business number ke promote korishe, tadibra customers han Mohan ke easily connect karo parishe. Mohala 99% customers WhatsApp pra hi connect koribole mon jay. Itu Mohan karne bhi aur customers karne bhi easy ase.
Wow, that That was so inspirational. I got to get some of that tea as well. I also loved hearing about how even the smallest businesses are using our technology to build connections with their customers. I just can't wait to see what they'll do next with the exciting new tools Mark just announced as well. One thing is clear from that video: messaging is truly a global enterprise. More than 1 billion people around the world already message with a business every week. So as you can imagine, business messaging is a major priority for Meta as we look to the next era of communication. Coming up next, you'll hear the woman who is driving this opportunity for us, Nikhila Srinivasan, Meta's Vice President of Business Messaging. To help us look through that global lens, she's going to share her vision of a world where everyone can get business done right from their favorite messaging app. And she'll be joined by guests from Meta and our customers and partners to show us how that vision is already becoming a reality. Take it away, Nikhila.
Hello. It is such a thrill to be here, not too far from my hometown of Chennai. I've been lucky to travel and live in different places, but India will always be my home. When I was young, my family relied on Meenakshi, our trusted milkwoman who brought us fresh milk every day. Now, my mom used to call her every week to set up our family's order and to arrange drop-off times. These days, she WhatsApps her. And though it's still the same person, their communication is even easier thanks to this app that we've all come to rely on. What I constantly hear from businesses like Meenakshi's is they want to do even more on messaging. I say even more because so much is happening here already. I hear about it from my family, I see it through my work, but really there's nothing like being here in India to remind me just how prevalent WhatsApp is. People literally get anything and everything done with a few simple taps in their chat. Case in point, this outfit that I'm wearing, I bought, you guessed it, over WhatsApp. I'm a big online shopper, and the other day, I was scrolling through Instagram. I was scrolling through Instagram when I saw this absolutely beautiful post by Payal Khandwala. Some of you may know, I see nods. She's a designer from Mumbai. So I follow a lot of fashion brands. It seems logical that I would get an ad for designer clothing. But before I committed to a purchase, I had some questions. I wanted some outfit ideas. I also wanted to know if they would get delivered on time for this event. So I went into their website and I saw the familiar green WhatsApp button. And then I started an exchange with Payal's team. And they really became my design consultants. They sent me a bunch of pieces from their catalog to suggest what could work for me. You all be the judge of whether it actually does. All of this was happening, when I went about my day in San Francisco, in and out of meetings, running errands. But in between all of that, I would come back and respond to Payal's team. Usually this was outside of their work hours because time zones. And then they would come and pick it back up when they came into work the next day. Each time, I didn't really have to start this conversation all over again because everything was already right there on that same chat. So after a few days, I made my decision and here I am. I'm also a last-minute shopper, by the way, so I began to also WhatsApp them and say, well, I have this event, I really want to make sure I get the outfit on time, and they made sure I did. So thank you, Pyle and team. Isn't this a beautiful outfit? I know my story is not unique. Far from it, right? I'm sure many of you here, admit it, have bought something on WhatsApp. In places like here in India, in Indonesia, in Brazil, and all over the world, WhatsApp is a way of life. This is how we're getting our groceries, including, milk, like my mom. It's how we're talking to our banks. It's how we're paying our utility bills, or even finding out about the latest sale from a brand we love. Who doesn't like that? In many ways, the experience that I had, that is the world that we envision. A world where everyone can get business done right from their favorite messaging app. Where every business of every size can have the combined superpower of the scale of our messaging apps and the magic of dedicated service. Where you're engaging with businesses just as you do with your friends, your family, on your own terms, and doing that in a simple, reliable, and private way. At Meta, we have some of the world's most popular messaging apps with WhatsApp, Messenger, and Instagram Direct. Our platforms are known for one-to-one conversations and group chats, hands up if you're in a chaotic family group chat. I am. But, that's evolving. That's growing. Messaging is no longer just about chat. It's about sending voice notes, videos, it's making audio calls and video calls, and it's sharing snippets of your day in your status. Or if you're like my dad, sharing many snippets of your day every hour in your status. Hi, Appa. And, we're continuing to build new and helpful services in WhatsApp. We can't wait for everyone to start to use so many more of these. In fact, this month, we introduced a one-way broadcast tool called WhatsApp Channels so people can start receiving important updates, like from the World Health Organization. And this shows up on a separate Updates tab. We're also at the really early stages of generative AI, which we think has the power to transform how businesses provide support and service at scale. But of course, messaging is also becoming a place for business. We've long been building tools to support businesses of all sizes across our platforms, ranging from really big, well-known brands like HDFC Bank to small businesses that are using WhatsApp in really innovative ways. I want to give a specific shout out to Mr. Manoj here, who owns a lovely sari shop in Chennai, which my mom and my entire family shops from. Thank you for coming, Manoj, and for using WhatsApp. Their business shares really beautiful collages of new saris, dhotis, and more to their customers on WhatsApp. And most days, there's a short video with a voiceover from Manoj, which describes why each of these saris is special. It feels very helpful and it feels personal. This is what we call business messaging. Any interaction between a person and a business over messaging. But this isn't an idealistic future. We're already seeing this happen everywhere. We live in a messaging-first world. Instead of browsing a website waiting on long holds on the phone, or sending emails that never get answered, people are finding businesses right here on WhatsApp, which is an app they know and love. And people tell us they prefer messaging to communicate with a business. In fact, every day, there are already over 600 million conversations between people and businesses on our platforms. For businesses, WhatsApp can act as their storefront, as their counter, as their cash register, like Carrefour, who replaced printed mailers with messaging. Banco Itaú created a WhatsApp-powered bank account for customers who didn't really want to download a banking app. And even General Motors, who sells cars in Brazil over messaging. Often for a business, the first point of contact that you'll have with your customers is when they see an ad or they browse your app or your website. But eventually, they want more. They want quick answers and they want ongoing dialogue so you can always keep coming back to it. You know, like I kept doing with Pyle's team over the days because I couldn't make up my mind. We're seeing tremendous interest from businesses all over the world who want to take advantage of the unique value of WhatsApp to build seamless chat experiences. They have found that creating meaningful presence on messaging can significantly increase engagement, build deeper relationships with their customers, and therefore drive strong results. And we are going to continue to support them in a way that's true to WhatsApp. With WhatsApp increasingly becoming a place for business, I wanted to share how we're supporting this growth while still staying true to our guiding principles. Now, because your messaging app is so personal, all of this works only if people continue to message on their own terms, where they're getting messages that they want to see and they're hearing from businesses that they choose to hear from. One of our core principles is that the messages people receive from businesses should be valuable to them and they should be expected, meaning that you want to receive them. And at WhatsApp, businesses need to have permission to send you messages, and that's an important part of reinforcing that control that people have and making sure that you as a business are spending your time and your resources on customers who are actually interested. Now, people feel frustrated when they receive irrelevant messages from a business. I can relate. I'm sure you all can too. And when messages are relevant, they work. We hear from businesses that they get better results on WhatsApp than any other channel. In fact, 88% of enterprises that we spoke with as part of a study agreed that our business messaging channels increased open rates compared to other channels like email. Our other core principle is being transparent with those we serve. We want to help you as businesses to send relevant messages that your customers are actually interested in receiving. And we'll always make it clear to people that they are chatting with the business so they can make their own choices. And getting this right is such an important thing for people and for all of you who want to drive the success of your business. Now, looking forward, we want people to get things done on their favorite messaging app, whether that's connecting with family, whether it's buying their outfits or groceries, or getting updates from their favorite cricket team. Any Chennai Super Kings fans in the house? Yeah, I see a lot of hands. Wonderful. Businesses too, though, want to do more with messaging. They want to find new customers. They want to start a conversation. And they want to engage them with helpful updates so they can deepen relationships and build loyalty. And of course, they want to know how it's working. So as the way that people use our apps continues to evolve, we're going to keep investing in new and better ways to help people and businesses connect. I'll tell you how. We're going to do that in 3 ways. First, we'll create great experiences right within a chat so they're seamless, efficient, and delightful. Second, we will make your messages work better for you so you can deepen connections and relationships with customers. And finally, we'll help you do what matters most: increase sales and grow your business. The opportunity here is tremendous. Now let's see how we're planning to make all of this happen. And to hear how we're building new experiences, please welcome to the stage Michael.
We hear from people in businesses all the time that they want to get more things done without having to make a phone call, without having to go to a website, or without having to download another app. This might be something as simple as receiving an authentication code, easily browsing products, or something more complex like shopping for new shoes. Today, we're introducing 2 new features that we believe will transform the way that businesses and people get things done on WhatsApp. The first is WhatsApp Flows. Let's check it out. That's great stuff. The ability to create your own custom experiences. As you can see, Flows is a new way for businesses to create richer, in-thread experiences for their customers. Anything from booking a home loan appointment at a bank to ordering delivery for movie night. Let's check out what Redbus, a bus ticketing company based right here in India and one of our early testing partners, has already created with Flows. Let's bring up Monica from Redbus to show us exactly how that experience works. Monica?
Thank you, Michael. It's a pleasure being here. As you will see now, with the new flow we've created, Redbus passengers can directly book their bus tickets from a WhatsApp chat. This flow is designed in a simple way to minimize the time required by users to book a bus ticket online. So let me take you through the flows now. So users can simply select where they're leaving from, their city and their boarding point, and where they're headed to, the city and the dropping point, and the date of the journey. With just a few quick taps, they can then select from a host of buses available, and just like that, their trip is booked. We think that this is going to be a game changer for our business. With the WhatsApp integration, we aim to reach to markets which are otherwise difficult to access via traditional channels, which would mainly comprise of regions such as Tier 2, 3, and beyond. Some early testing results. We've seen about 17,000 users showing interest and interacting with the flows in the past 1 month. Out of these, 35% of the users have chosen Hindi as the default language for the chat flows. And about 1/3 of the bookings are from Tier 1, whereas 2/3 of the bookings are majorly from Tier 2, 3, and 4 regions. Initial feedback we've received from users is also largely positive, with some of the frequent keywords by users being easy, convenient, user-friendly, and simple. We at Redbus are looking forward with great anticipation to grow our business with this channel, and are positive that we will see great results from this collaboration. Thank you for having us here.
Thanks, Monica. That's very, very cool. So as you can see with Redbus, using flows, businesses can leverage the configurable forms and components that we provide to create their own custom experiences so that your customers can complete actions right within WhatsApp without needing to visit a website or to switch to another app. Let's take a look at what some of our other early testing partners have also created. This is just a sample of some of the experiences that we're already leveraging today to create exciting and new and innovative experiences for their customers. And in the coming weeks, all businesses will be able to create their own custom flows and create innovation using this great product. Now, let's take a step forward. With flows, your customers will be able to browse your products, order a meal, or plan that much-needed holiday. But they also want a quick and an easy way to make a payment right within the thread. We've recently launched payments on WhatsApp in Brazil and Singapore, and we're already seeing how much value is being created for people and businesses. In fact, a merchant in Brazil recently told us they run their entire business on WhatsApp. And now, having the ability to accept orders and payments in the app is making their business both more organized and more agile. And now, starting today, we are opening up our payment solution to all businesses here in India using the WhatsApp Business Platform. Let's check it out. So this means that businesses can now connect their existing payment providers to enable customers to pay with leading payment methods, including WhatsApp, all UPI apps, debit and credit cards, and more. Now, since we're going live here in India today, let's go ahead and take a look at this new service. I'm going to call my colleague Neha to come up and show us exactly how it works. Neha?
Hi, Michael. So get this. I got in from San Francisco yesterday, and it's a long flight. and as I got on the plane, I realized I forgot my headphones at home.
I absolutely hate it when that happens when you're traveling.
Yeah, it was such a long and painful flight that I decided there is no way I'm flying back without a new pair of headphones. So I browsed the boat website and I found a few headphones that I liked, but I probably got distracted. I didn't end up checking out. But guess what? They sent me a reminder on WhatsApp to help me buy the headphones. And let me show you the experience. So once I got this message, I reviewed and confirmed that this was the order I wanted to do. I proceeded with the order, and I got to select a payment method. And I entered a few details that they wanted, and boom, it was as easy as that. The payment was complete, and just in a few taps, I bought my headphones without having to leave WhatsApp. And happy to report, I got an order confirmation, and my headphones are on their way.
Wow, that is fantastic. I'm so excited to hear that you easily and simply sorted it out before your flight. Now, I hope that you don't forget your charger.
No, thank you for the reminder, Michael.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. An easy, simple experience. With this new service, people in India will have more ways to make purchases right within a WhatsApp chat, using the payment method of their choice. Starting today, if you're interested in getting up and running with payments on WhatsApp, you can work with one of our initial payment partners, including Razorpay and PayU. We're very, very excited to expand our payment offerings here in India. And we look forward to bringing more types of payment solutions to more businesses, to more countries in the future. Together, we're all in the business of getting things done. We've heard your feedback. We know that you want to get more things done in the chat. We know that you want to be able to take payments in the chat. These new flows and payments experiences will allow you to do exactly that, to get more things done in the chat. And so now, I'm excited to share with you and pass over to Susan to share how our new performance tools will help guide our businesses. Susan, over to you.
At Meta, driving meaningful results for businesses is at the core of what we do best. And now we're bringing those superpowers to messaging. We've seen that the best products are those that solve real business needs. And many of these businesses are telling us that they want help getting started with messaging and knowing how it's working. We've recently started making it possible for small businesses to send customized messages to their customers in a faster and more efficient way. So instead of having to manually send the same message to multiple customers, like birthday greetings or even holiday sale reminders, this new feature will give businesses the ability to send personal messages with their name and a customized call to action button. Last year, we launched WhatsApp's Cloud API so that any business or partner can get up and running on WhatsApp to send requested messages. This is working well for so many businesses, but we think we can make it even easier to get started. We're bringing the ability to create, organize, and send messages as a new feature in Ads Manager. In addition, we can provide metrics in the same dashboard to see what's working and what's not. To tell you how this works, let's bring up Flavia from Cora, all the way from Brazil. Flavia. Hi, Flavia.
Hi, Susan. Thanks for having me. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at Cora. We launched it in 2020, and we already have 1 million clients. And we are a bank focused exclusively in small and medium businesses. And I'm super excited to be with you here in Mumbai. So as a digital bank, we created a seamless account opening process that most new customers would take 7 minutes to complete. But the account is not truly activated until they make their first transaction. And the longer it takes them to make their first transaction, the less likely they are to activate the account. So if they don't immediately transact after the account's set up, we are always exploring ways to bring them back. We try to connect with them with emails and messages from our app, but since WhatsApp is so popular in Brazil, we wanted to see if you could do better by messaging them on WhatsApp. By the way, we already use Meta's Ad Manager, so we were glad that now we could use it to send WhatsApp messages, or zaps, as we say in São Paulo. We easily put together the elements we needed. A list of customers we wanted to reach who had given us permission to message them, the text of the message, a header image to dress it up, and a call to action button redirecting to our web where they could make their first transaction and activate their account. Then we send it out. So when we went back to see the results or the performance, we were first struck by red rates. People live on WhatsApp, so we had hoped our message would get in front of them faster and more reliably. And sure enough, more than 70% of recipients read the WhatsApp message the day we send it. When we send emails or messages from our app, usually only 40% of people read them, and that can take up to 10 days. The results also showed us almost double click-through rate and 50% lift in conversion for people that got a message on WhatsApp versus only email. That means with Zaps, we are bringing in incremental revenue from customers we would have lost. So marketing messages let us quickly engage people on their favorite channel in a way that's easy to set up. And we are thrilled to explore further this new superpower. Thank you so much, Susan.
Thank you, Flavia. We love hearing from our customers. Now that your messages are reaching the right customers, we want to give you easier ways to see what's working. We recently rolled out enhanced metrics to businesses using the WhatsApp Business Platform. This includes the ability to see more granular, template-level reach and engagement metrics, such as sends, opens, and website clicks. So you can understand how messages are resonating with your customers and inform your broader messaging strategies. For example, let's say you create multiple templates for a holiday getaway sale, one that offers a discount and one that offers a package. You'll be able to see how many clicks the first template garnered in comparison with the second, so you can make adjustments as needed. It's like having your own A/B testing. And later this year, businesses will have insights on even more metrics, such as media views, phone call button clicks, and cost metrics. And for businesses that also run ads that click to message from Facebook and Instagram, we're making some significant improvements too. First, we're rolling out enhancements to Conversions API to support messaging events. That means businesses can now more easily understand the outcomes their ads are driving, like leads generated or sales. And they can use that understanding to measure performance and optimize future campaigns. Let's check it out.
Imagine being able to integrate your business messaging efforts to take your advertising on Meta to the next level. Conversions API now supports messaging channels. Integrate your service with Meta technologies for a streamlined way to share data across channels, including your business chats. To help you improve your visibility of customer interactions across channels, better measure the value of your ads that click to message, and improve their performance with data-driven decisions. To get started today, go to the Data Sources tab within the Events Manager to start the integration or work with a messaging partner. Leverage one unified integration and unlock your marketing data's full potential while respecting people's privacy to help improve your measurement capabilities, drive more sales, and spend smarter. Ready to power your click-to-message ad performance? Try Conversions API for business messaging today.
This is now rolling out for ads that click to Messenger and WhatsApp, and is coming soon to Instagram. Businesses using Conversions API will now also have access to purchase optimization for click to Messenger ads. With our industry-leading AI, Meta will help businesses like yours drive more sales and reduce costs by reaching the people who are most likely to make a purchase. So once your business understands who is buying from you after engaging on messaging, you can retarget those existing customers with new offers. You can find more prospects more likely to buy from you. And further, with click-to-messenger ads, we're also testing out a new messaging campaign report to help businesses more easily track and optimize their campaigns across the entire messaging journey. Look, you want to quickly determine what's working and what's not just in your ad setup, but also in your messenger thread, so you can easily identify where to make changes in the conversation to get the best results. We're excited to help make messaging work better for you, so you can focus on creating and deepening relationships with your customers. And now, to continue our conversation about growing your business with messaging, please welcome Mansi.
The question we get asked most by businesses all over the world is, how can they use WhatsApp to increase sales and grow? To do this successfully, businesses want to start attracting new customers and have more effective ways to reach them quickly and efficiently. So let's start with attracting new customers. A great way to do this is with Facebook, and my favorite, Instagram ads that click to start a WhatsApp chat. These ads are a great way to tap into the power and reach of Facebook and Instagram to drive more potential customers to WhatsApp. We recently launched the ability for the many small businesses all over the world that run their entire operation on WhatsApp to create, purchase, and publish a Facebook or Instagram ad directly within the WhatsApp business app. That means no Facebook account required. All businesses need to get started is an email address and a form of payment. That's it. Let's ask Niharika from Little Farm to show you how it works.
Thank you so much, Mansi. I'm Niharika, the founder and the CEO of the Little Farm Co. I'm actually a digital marketer turned entrepreneur. How did that happen? I always wanted to do something that was community-led. So now we have 20 strong farmer women from a remote village in India that help us make pickles. So that's what we do. As a business owner, I found it always difficult to make the final purchase on the website itself. We had all the information that we needed on our website, but more and more customers were comfortable coming on WhatsApp and making the final purchase there. Stuff they asked were like the shelf life of the pickles, the variants that we offered, and more. So when I got to know that WhatsApp is offering us to make ads directly through WhatsApp, and we knew it will be a game changer for us. Let me show you how. So now you can make Facebook ads directly from your WhatsApp catalog. We have a few products here, that's our pickles. Let's start with mango chutney, which I want to advertise. Simply click on mango chutney. Click on boost. That's where the preview shows. And simply set the budget here. It shows 100, that's what the recommended budget is. Let's maybe boost it to 140. 15 days is perfect. The age I've set is 34 to 56. That's the target audience that we want to go after. And that's it, we're all set. It's asking me for my email, but I'm not going to share my personal information with 1,500 people here. But yes, you can put your email here and you're all ready to go. So if you can see, just a few clicks, few simple steps, and this is a game changer for any WhatsApp business. Thank you.
Thank you, Niharika. It's amazing to see how simple but powerful these ads have been for your business. Now, when a potential customer starts a chat with you on WhatsApp from one of these ads, they'll automatically see a business contact card. This pops up so customers know a little bit more about your business and they're comfortable before sending their first message. As Mark announced, we're also making it easier for your business to stand out and build confidence with your customers with the expansion of Meta Verified. It will be available to businesses across Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger. With Meta Verified on WhatsApp, businesses that choose to subscribe and demonstrate that they're authentic will get a verified badge, impersonation protection, account support, and premium features that help your business get discovered, like a custom web page that can be found via a web search that makes it really simple for people to learn about your business and start a chat. And we have efficiency tools to connect with more customers quickly, like multi-device support and the ability to assign chats to other employees so you can respond to your customers faster. We'll start testing this first with small businesses in the WhatsApp Business app in the coming months. And then we're going to expand it to larger businesses using our WhatsApp Business platform. We're going to have more updates on this service in the months ahead. And we're really excited to see how it helps small business across all of our apps establish more credibility and get greater visibility with your customers. And lastly, your business can only grow on WhatsApp if it is on WhatsApp in the first place. So we're making it easier to get set up and started with a tech provider program. Now, more third-party developers can easily join our partner ecosystem and build specialized solutions on top of our API. So businesses have more options on how they will come onto the WhatsApp Business platform and the kinds of services they can offer. Like Community, a marketing automation solution that allows businesses to build relationships with their audiences on WhatsApp and SMS. This is going to be so great for businesses looking to get started on WhatsApp. And for our current partners, you are now going to be able to avoid custom integrations and manual onboarding processes that are tedious and time-consuming. We will start rolling this out in the coming months, and we're very, very excited to see what's next. To learn more, be sure to watch our breakout session or watch them online. We want our messaging services.
We are privileged to enter into another strategic partnership with Facebook.
We launched our WhatsApp JioMart partnership, which I would now like to demo to you. Immediately, we're transported to a more visually engaging shopping experience. This is our first ever end-to-end shopping experience on WhatsApp.
WhatsApp has been the #1 communications platform for us. It's the way that folks want to communicate, and it really has become a core part of our everyday workflow. So it goes from an expectation to actually a real tool to connect yourself in a fundamental way with your customer and then build on that connection over a period of time.
All the features that we enable together snowballed into one awesome experience.
We jumped from 100,000 interactions to over 300,000 interactions that we're serving now. We achieved the cost savings immediately. We even felt the answer levels jump. So that was like a huge lift for us. The agents started to realize their conversations with the customers evolved to more meaningful ones, more challenging, more engaging, and that resulted to a higher internal satisfaction rate.
No ano de 2023, a gente está caminhando aí para vender R$1 bilhão só nessa experiência Streamline do WhatsApp, que é uma experiência que, em última análise, usa a exponenciação do digital sem fronteiras com a conversão de uma pessoa, de uma inteligência artificial, de um agente de negócios que pode mostrar as features de um produto bancário.
You don't ask anymore for a telephone, you don't ask for a number, you ask for your WhatsApp. If I close WhatsApp today, I have to open 25 stores to mitigate the volume, so it's something that today is on the core of GM's sales strategies. Chevrolet is a very big brand in Brazil, so we knew that as soon as we link WhatsApp on GM's website and on Instagram, we would have received lots of consumers.
Our partnership with Meta's platforms, including WhatsApp, enables us to reach wider audiences even outside of major urban centers in India. We have been exploring the click-to-WhatsApp ads platform in various forms. We have also been leveraging WhatsApp marketing extensively in the form of customized video messages from celebrities as well as interactive messages. Last year, during India's most awaited event, Flipkart's Big Billion Days, we engaged with almost 50 million users in a single day via WhatsApp. We hope to top this record this year.
How exciting is all of this? I just love hearing about all of these new products and, more importantly, how they're making it even easier for businesses and customers to get things done. Now let's hear from some folks who have been on this journey with Meta and hear what they've learned as they've put our products to work. I'm so excited to welcome Sandhya back to the stage. She's joined by leaders from two very different businesses that are both leveraging messaging to redefine how they connect with their customers. On one end of the spectrum is Umesh Phadke, Chief Transformation Officer for South Asia Pacific, Middle East, and Africa at L'Oreal. We all know L'Oreal as a leading brand in the world of beauty with a presence in 150 countries and on my bathroom shelves, but you may not know that they're also pioneering the world of beauty tech. He will be joined by Anita Sahu, founder and CEO of Home Cuisina, an Indian startup focused on bringing delicious and authentic home-cooked meals right to your doorstep. Now, what these two leaders have in common is a passion for connection and redefining how to drive engagement and growth through technology. I so hope you enjoy their conversation.
How are we doing? Good? Let's hear it, Mumbai. Yeah, okay. So, thanks, Melinda, for that introduction. And Umesh, Anita, thank you so much for joining us today at Conversations. There, like I said in the beginning, there are thousands of businesses that are watching us as well, here and on live stream. And I'm sure they're just as eager to hear from you as I am. And as Melinda mentioned, both of you are leaders who've seen real transformation, the transformational value of technology, and all the good that it can do for us, specifically around messaging. And you've used it to engage with your customers and to create new, deeper connections in a very meaningful way. So I'm really excited that both of you are here today, and we're going to be able to have this conversation. I'd like to start with you, Umesh, and my first question is really around the role that you do, which is, you're the Chief Transformation Officer for L'Oreal for APAC. Now, that's quite the title and one that you've held for the last year. I think, but even more interesting when we were speaking was all the work that you also did through the pandemic, right? And I understand that the pandemic presented a real challenge for L'Oreal because so much of your business was based on what could be done in person. And just like many of us experienced, the pandemic changed the rules of the game, definitely for L'Oreal as well. So I think the question that I had for you was, how do you continue to offer a personal experience to your customers without them having to walk to your stores or your salons?
Thank you, Sandhya. First, it's a bit ironic that a bald man with a beard is talking about beauty care, but let's take it from there. Let's start off with some axioms. I mean, beauty has always been very personal, beauty has always been social, and beauty has always been conversational. And starting from the early 2000s, we knew that beauty was going to be digital. So we were building up kind of the backbone of our digital marketing infrastructure, both in terms of tools, capabilities, organization structures, and all that, well before the pandemic. But at the same time, almost entirely our business was done in situ, in conversation with either our beauty advisors or with salons, hairstylists, etc. And the COVID pandemic really put a boot on the neck of our business in the sense that the lifeblood of what was happening in our business could not be done, which is that our people could not meet with our consumers and vice versa. And that's when the term WhatsApp selling actually entered our lexicon. What we realized was our beauty advisors, our hairstylists, our salons always had a cohort of consumers with whom they had always kept in touch through WhatsApp. WhatsApp is such a big thing here. It's almost, it's a verb. I will WhatsApp you, WhatsApp it to me, etc. What we realized was the absence of physical presence could be converted by using WhatsApp into a conversation, into a consultation. And that could be used to drive business. The whole point was about the insight that, COVID or no COVID, your hair keeps growing. There are some exceptions, but your hair keeps growing. COVID or no COVID, you need to look good. And consumers came back to us with things. Early on in the pandemic, they told us, I don't need beauty care anymore because now I'm not going to office, I'm not going out. But 2 months later, they kept saying, I'm on conversational calls, on video calls, and my colleagues are telling me I'm not looking as good as I was before. I'm not taking care of myself. And that became a trigger for conversations. We started training our beauty advisors on how to converse and how to advise consumers. We started training our salons on how to consult for hair treatments on WhatsApp using the video feature and all that. Unfortunately, payments, flows, APIs, etc. was not available. So we were making do with hacks, and our organization was trying to figure out stuff. But in Indonesia and in India, we built the first back-end for hundreds of thousands of salons to log into WhatsApp and have conversations with consumers. And we've had possibly some of our best years in terms of transformation, in terms of connecting with consumers, in terms of digitization, during COVID, and our organizations have made quantum jumps in digital capabilities during that period.
Wow. Okay. So I love what you said about, building the back end to make sure that, thousands of salons people could log on and, consult. And what you talked about also sort of resonated. And the one thing I will say is it's the work that businesses like you do and the demands you make of us, which is why we make the announcements that we made today. So a lot of what you saw in terms of flows and all comes absolutely from, the feedback that all of you give us. Moving over to you, Anita, my second guest is equally fascinating. She's running a business in some ways that couldn't be more different from L'Oreal, though Umesh and she share a love for food, and yet they have a very shared DNA when it comes to embracing messaging. Anita Sahu is the founder and CEO of Home Cuisina. And it's a curious name, right? So I asked her about it, and I think you're going to rescue me in Delhi, right? So what does she do? She's actually aggregating a community of home cooks, home chefs, who independently would have had to create menus, find an audience, set up a catalog, deliver their food, collect their payments. So all of these home chefs who are passionate about, cooking, who may want to make a livelihood out of it, but don't know how to do it. So that's where, Anita comes in. Home Cuisina is essentially the chief business officer for all of these solopreneurs. I wanted to make sure I got that right. Anita, you shared with me that Home Cuisina is a business that was native to Meta, and that was really inspiring to hear, your journey from Singapore, then moving to India, and then coming up with this idea and setting it up. Before Anita even had a website, she used WhatsApp and Instagram to reach her customers and let them reach out to her. So really, how cool is that? My question to you really is, how did you, speaking of making a change during the pandemic, and we talked about this, I'm told that, the pandemic is really where you got your start. So share a little bit with us about Home Cuisina and your journey.
All right, first, thanks for having us here. I think everybody talks about how the home chef business really grew during the pandemic, right? All of us have baked that banana bread, made the dalgona coffee. But what nobody really talks about is, as the pandemic ended, a lot of home chefs found that their support systems at home, their husbands, kids, grandchildren who got them on Instagram, got them to do the home chef business, or were coordinating orders and deliveries, were now going back to work. So which meant that there was this whole community of women, because a lot of home chefs tend to be women, who tasted financial independence during the pandemic, right? And they suddenly found, like, I don't know how to run Instagram. My kid is going back to school. How do I continue to run my business? And that's where we kind of came in, and we were like, all right, we're going to help you with the marketing. We're going to get you more customers beyond that 50 people group on your family and friends WhatsApp. And then we, of course, take care of the whole hassle of payments and driving, getting your orders delivered. I think for us, the vision essentially was two parts. One, like you said, I love food. I am a army kid, so I've traveled across India, and I love how different, the food is across states, within states itself, right? And as one of the chefs told us, India has 26 states, but when you ask for an Indian meal or a thali, it's the standard dal, rice, paneer, achar, right? Why are there not 26 different thalis that represent the culinary diversity? So that's one part. But the other part which we found was our driving force is we really, really wanted all of these women who were homemakers to have them continue and sustain their business. And that's where Home Cuisina was born, right towards the tail end of the pandemic.
There's some perks of my job. Now that I've discovered this, I live in Gurgaon now, and I get the same thali, which is paneer, rice, dal, and chapati. I'm going to be using Home Cuisina a lot. So you heard it here as well, so all of you should think about it too. But it's so inspiring, the fact that, you started off on Instagram and WhatsApp, and now you're connecting. I love what you said, which is women who've tasted financial independence don't want to go back and look for a viable business model. And, everything that we do in WhatsApp is to make sure we enable those kinds of entrepreneurs and solopreneurs. So it's a great story, Anita. Question for you, Umesh. Beauty is really so personal, and at the same time, as you said, it's so universal. Why is messaging an important part of L'Oreal's brand strategy, and what have you learned so far?
So first, I think beauty is personal and beauty is, universal. But beauty is also quite complicated. I mean, we have skincare, hair care, makeup, and there are multiple products that are available. It can be very personalized to the need of the person. And, it's, I would say, second to meeting your doctor in terms of getting advice from your hairdresser or from your beauty advisor. Plus, it's also very trend-driven, so it's changing regularly. And consumers are requiring a lot of advice, and which is why messaging is an extremely important part of it. Some part of that messaging happens in the store when the consumer meets the seller, but a lot of it is happening by consumers getting messaging from across different platforms today on digital, be it Instagram or Facebook or digital ads anywhere else, and then they wanting to know what to do with that message immediately. They see a particular look, they like it, they've got a party in the evening, and they want to get that look immediately. They can connect with our beauty advisor by sending her that look and saying, look, I want this look, what kind of products are required? And if the beauty advisor has the suite of tools available to recommend and to be able to complete the whole cycle of payment and delivery within the same same platform, then that's going to make life much easier, and the consumer delight is going to be significantly higher.
Awesome. I have a follow-on question to that, which is your role right now oversees all of SAP MENA for L'Oreal. It's a very broad part of the world. and one where L'Oreal is actually really active in deploying creative messaging solutions, and we talked about that a bit. I'd love to hear a little more about what you're doing in India and other countries in the region, and in particular, why you think this part of the world, and we talked about, the behavior just a little while ago, why do you think that is so? Why is this part of the world so receptive to business messaging?
So I think first, let's start off with the fact that this part of the world, which is, Middle East, North Africa, Asia in general, we are a very community-driven society. We've urbanized, but at the same time that in a very positive way, the rural or the community village kind of, in Indonesia, it's called the kampung, or the group feel or the group think or the talk about conversations is very, very big. Some very important decisions often get made over lunch or dinner in Indonesia, in Thailand, and even in India, where I've worked for many years now. So conversations, I think, is a cultural and a social thing in all the societies that we are living in. Second, most of the countries that we are talking about are extremely young populations, median age of 29 or lower, and by consequence, they are also extremely digital. Most of the population was born in the internet era with a smartphone. So this is the way they know to converse with each other. My kids don't talk to their friends by calling them up and having long conversations like we did. They chat with them on WhatsApp or any other messaging platform. So conversation is now not just social or cultural, it is now practical and daily everywhere. We've just tapped into what is the behavior of consumers and used it to benefit our business. And two examples I can give you, both driven on advice leading to consumer choice, leading to consumer delight. One from Kiehl's, which has embedded the WhatsApp conversation icon onto our website, and consumers can connect with that and speak to a beauty advisor. There could be some automatic messages, or there could be some messages which are really tailored to the consumer and can complete the whole cycle of buying products over there. And the other one, what I said, was L'Oreal Salon Shop, where the front end is the same, but it's connected to hundreds of thousands of salons, and depending on your proximity to a particular salon, you get connected to a stylist. He or she will give you the right advice. You could book an appointment. You could get products delivered to you. You could book some follow-up stuff. We're doing similar stuff with skin advice and dermatology with brands like La Roche-Posay and Vichy, etc. But the essential bedrock is the same. Consumers want to know about products. Consumers want to know what's best for them. And the way they do it now is through conversational tools like WhatsApp.
I love what you said, which is what L'Oreal did was retooled to meet consumers where they are, which is, the behavior that you were already seeing, the organic behavior of conversations, and, meeting them where they are. And I also love what you said about conversations for all of us in this region being something that is really cultural, something that we do, and automatically, WhatsApp sort of flows into that behavior that we all exhibit in our offline lives as well. I think a follow-on to that is, it's great that you've done all of this, but I'm sure it would have required some amount of, the retooling would have required hard work, right? Because it's not just about building, building something, it's also about this cultural shift that you had to drive in your organization. So can you take us through what is the cultural shift that you had to actually do?
So I think, if you go to LinkedIn, you'll see a video posted by our global CEO, and he calls L'Oreal the Unicornus Rex, which is, we are a dinosaur, we are a 110-year-old company, but we are also trying to behave like a unicorn and transforming ourselves regularly. So the Chief Transformation Officer role, as big as it sounds, was created only recently, but we've been transforming ourselves for a long time. Let's talk about the digital transformation. And when I was running Indonesia, we ran the business on the principles of optimism and opportunity, which is kind of bedrock of beauty, and anticipation and agility. So one example of anticipation I can talk about is